Dear New York Comic Con.
No, do the soft British accent.
This is Andrew Lincoln here. I've occupied Norman Reedus for the next few minutes. I am inside his mind. I am truly sorry not to be with you all today, but to make up for it, Normski has promised to read word for word this message on my behalf. Here we go. I would like to take this opportunity to apologize to Andrew Lincoln for all the pain and humiliation I've caused him over the years. The chicken in his trailer was juvenile. The ongoing glitter war was ill-judged. And consistently not knowing any new characters' names or plot lines that Daryl Dixon doesn't happen to be in is quite simply unprofessional. I admire him deeply. I secretly wish I was him. When he's not here, I miss him. I really do. Don't skip this beat. I'll know if you do because Steven has a copy of this message.
He's a remarkable man. You better say this, Steven, because Cutlets has a copy of this message as well.
True saint. True saint.
Who needs their glasses now?
Keep going with the speech quick because Mike will probably say something shitty. I thought it would be nice to do something for the fans to make up for my absence. So Normski will ask a question and the first person to get it right gets to choose any item of clothing he is currently wearing. Alright, the question is this. How many squirrels did Daryl Dixon throw at Rick when I told him I handcuffed Merle to the rooftop? Good luck, have a great night, and I hope you're wearing boxers, Norman.
Yeah, there were like 200 people who answered that, so there's like 200 things you have to take off.
To tell you this, I don't even know how many squirrels.
Three of them!
Was it three? Was there three? Alright, who won?
Three is 100% correct. Take it off.
Alright. Ready?
Be careful, please don't kill each other! Please! This is how the zombie apocalypse started.
Just throw the hat 3 times.
Hey, don't hurt people. Fight for the hat! Fight!
I think, that we're all gonna die. That's what's going through, everyone's head, I think. I mean, we're outnumbered and it doesn't look good, and it's a weird feeling to be that powerless when we've always fought to survive and all this stuff, and to just be, put on our knees and not, it doesn't look like we're gonna get over that wall, you know what I mean? So it's a horrible feeling. I hated shooting all of that, It's miserable.
And he's so sensitive too.
It sucks, it really did.
Every time you speak, 3 people get pregnant in the audience. It's twins. I want to ask Dave Albert a question.
Oh yeah, the governor was small potatoes compared to this guy because he has a structure in place. He has a really deeply entrenched structure, and he doesn't have one town in Woodbury. He has outposts in various places we don't even know about yet. We know it's more than one at this point. And he has, he's also extremely smart. Like it's becoming more and more evident, through the course of 616, how smart he is with how he gets Rick on his knees in many ways. And so it really is, I think the whole part of the way that, like earlier in the season, we heard them say, like the other guy say, I am Negan, and the whole idea of who is Negan, like that's also it's an indoctrination process which is far beyond what the governor was doing or any other villain we've met so far. So there's a whole other level of creating a system and an order where you can reign supreme as a demagogue in a way that's deeply insulated that no one else has touched before.
Michonne has had such an amazing journey since the beginning. And when we first saw her, she was very self-sufficient, very kind of walled off. And then she's really become so sensitive and open and reasonable and caring and
thank you.
about family too. And so like she's really kind of embraced this sort of new family unit. So why do you think that was important for her to let the walls down and become a part of the group?
Well, I mean, it really was that moment. There were a couple moments, but like I think about like season 3, episode 8, where she, has been so closed off. She's been very, very shady and hasn't really shared like really core information they need to know. And she gets in that massive fight with the governor, and she realizes she needs a community, and she goes back to Rick. And at that moment, she could have gone back and wandered through the woods again, but she decides, I think I want to pursue my humanity. And I could go back into being, a survivor of the dead alone, or I could actually continue to pursue my humanity, which really started the minute she met Andrea and decided, I'm actually gonna save this person, and start that journey.
Yeah, it's not even close. This is the show hasn't even aired yet. We had a little bit, 13 minutes and 16 last year, but this and what's about to happen, it's already nuts, and we haven't started the year yet.
Yeah.
And no, I've never nothing close.
Because from Negan's point, it's creepy. From Negan's point of view, I mean, do you think he's a bad guy? From his point of view, this kind of snotty, arrogant group is running around killing his people.
Yeah.
But
You are such a Negan apologist.
Well, and so am I. I like Chris a lot.
But you must actually, as the performer, you must understand him, and you must think he's making choices for good reason. He must believe he's good, right? Do you see him as a good character or a bad character?
I think in order to approach a character like Negan and to have somewhere to go, you have to believe in what you're doing, and what he is doing is essentially the same thing these guys have been doing for the last 7 years. He just happens to carry a baseball bat that he loves dearly. But yeah, I think he absolutely thinks he's right, but he's also, as we know, a bit of a showman. This world is his stage, and he owns it. And you can call it cocky, but we've watched Rick and these guys kind of get cocky in the last 7 years, I think especially last year. So I think Negan coming in and flexing his Barnum Bailey style justice on these people is kind of his way of letting them know that they were wrong, and it's time to go down a notch or 10.
What do you think? Whoa, hey, easy. He's killing people you love. Kill them all! Real quickly, Jeffrey, what do you think it is about Negan that makes so many people follow him? He obviously has
There's a lot of fear. What'd you say?
That lady says, because you're super sexy. Listen,
That's it.
I'm throwing this out
I
here,
don't
but I
even
think
need
you
to
totally
answer
have a
the
shot
question.
with that lady. I'm just guessing. But what do you think it is about him that's so charismatic? Like, what is it that makes all of these people follow him?
Well, I think as much charisma as Negan has, there's also a big element of fear. I think a lot of his followers follow him for fear of getting an iron to their face or worse. But they understand that he's also kept a lot of these people alive for a long time, and I think that there's a certain amount of respect in that with the people that follow him. But Negan is just unlike any character that I've ever seen, certainly that I've ever played, and I've played some dastardly motherfuckers, and they don't hold a candle to Negan. And it is a lot to do with his charisma and kind of how he carries himself and how he sees not only himself but this world. But people follow him, I think, a lot of them because they're scared shitless of him, and they should be, as we're soon to find out.